I can't let nothing get in my way. I know you hear me when I pray. I know that I'm not perfect, yeah, I make mistakes. I need you to be there for me every step of the way, yeah, cause there's a blessing with my name on it. Hey, you know that I need it, Lord. Show me how to get it, Lord. I'm barely eating, Lord. Trying to feed my people, Lord, yeah, cause there's a blessing with my name on it. Ooh, hey, you know I receive it, yeah, I believe it, yeah. This year will be my year. I claim, hey, yeah, I claim. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. This year will be my year. I claim it, yeah. I claim it. This year will be my year. Yeah. I've been putting work in, yeah. Tryna make my dreams come true. I know I get impatient. My family and my babies, they waiting on me to come through. Pressure on every level. Issues, I got several. Trying not to settle. I wanna be successful.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes. Welcome to the Empowered Morning Show. Happy Tuesday, baby. The
Wake up, wake up.
They in the place, so wake up, wake up. What they say, rise and shine. And I laugh because, it's raining in all of our areas. And so I was like, but the sun may not be shining, but baby, we are shining today. So
but
come
I'm
on
sparkling.
in. Yes,
I'm
we are sparkling. Get this energy, get this power, plug into it. Some of y'all probably don't even want to roll out the bed, but I'm telling y'all, let's get this day started. Let's make it happen, right? I want you all to come in. Make sure you like the broadcast. Make sure you share it out. Make sure y'all let people know that we are here in the morning helping you get your day started. So I see y'all coming on in. Good morning. Good morning. That's what I like to see, y'all just, coming on in, giving us the comments, letting that chat be lit up this morning, because I'm telling y'all, we got some good stuff for you today. And we're talking about vision and goals, but I always want to give y'all a little something in the morning. I've been reading up about success because my goal is to have a successful 2024, right? Matter of fact, I want my 2024 to be my best year ever. So one of the things that was in the list I was looking at was visualize your success. And it says success is not just about hard work and the right opportunities, it's also about belief in your abilities, in your goals, and in your potential to achieve them. So every morning, take a few moments to visualize your success. Baby, don't overlook the power of visualization. Imagine achieving your goals. Imagine reaching your milestones and living the life you dream of. This simple act of visualization can be incredibly powerful. It can boost your confidence, it can increase your motivation, and it can make your goals feel more attainable. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We'll talk about it Tuesday with Terry. But until then, before we get there, let's go on and get this commercial in.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Terry White Hicks, and I am here to invite you to join me every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Midday Miracles and Manna, right here on We Empower Network.
Join me January 14th, 3 p.m. Register today, 30-minute body pump. We're going to detox this body. We're going to sculpt this body for 2024. You're going to have the best year. Let's go. Invest into yourself.
Let's go. Let's go. So let's talk about it Tuesday. Terry, come on in with this thing.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing, ladies?
Good.
It's and listen, it's Tuesday, but we are still in the beginning of the year. And so I thought today would be a good time. I know last week we said that we would put together some vision boards and do that, but we wanted to kind of give y'all a little bit more time to get that together. So instead, today we're going to do something else that I think is just as important, and you probably need to do it before you do your vision board anyway. So we're going to go through that today together with you all. So that means everybody that's watching, y'all need to grab some paper, a pen, your laptop, some device or something, because we're going to actually work out some SMART goals. So if you are familiar with SMART goals, in the comments, I want you to put SMART, S-M-A-R-T, so we can know what we're working with today. And while you all are doing that, I just want to kind of recap what we talked about last week, because we're at the beginning of the year, and this is around the time that everybody is thinking about their New Year's resolutions, what they want to achieve for the year, whether it's in business or personal, maybe it's your finances, even spiritually. A lot of people might be fasting around this time. So there's so many uh, different things going on that people are at the beginning of the new year. And there's all of this excitement and energy to do something different this year because it's a new year. But what I want everybody to know is that just because the date on the calendar changes, nothing changes unless your mindset changes, your behavior changes, your perspective changes. And so that's what we talked about last week. We talked about how to really think about your visions, your goals, and your plans, and have you really committed them to the Lord? Have you thought about, what do I want to do? And does this align with what God has for me to do this year? Because a lot of times we come up with our own goals and things like that. And God ain't even told us to do it. We have our own plans. We have our own visions for our lives. And then we try to wonder why they don't go the way we expect, or they're not working out the way we thought. Sometimes it's because that's not really what God had for you in the first place. And so when we talk about writing the vision and making it plain, we have to first consider what the vision is. What is the vision that the Lord has for us? So today we're going to talk about SMART goals, and you guys get to see us in real time work out one of our own goals. So all of us have chosen a goal that we want to accomplish for the year, and we're going to work through it together so that you all can take the same concept, the same outline, the same format, and apply it to your own goals, so that when we're ready to do our vision board, you're not putting things on your vision board that don't make sense. And by don't make sense, I don't mean something that's out of the box that's like, oh, I don't, that's just like too big for God to do, because there's nothing too big for God to do. But what I mean is, um, you may put on your vision board, that you want to have a bigger house by the end of the year. But if you're not saving money and working on your credit, the house isn't going to fall out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put together the goals in order to achieve the thing that you want to achieve. So that's what I mean by putting out the box visions on your vision board. So we're going to do our SMART goals for the day. And so I just want everybody to kind of go around and share what their goal is. And then I want to walk us through what SMART goals are for those of you that aren't familiar with it. Ilyasa has already done it for us. Thank you, Ilyasa. So we're going to walk it through for everybody so that you guys can understand what each of those mean in the acronym SMART. And then you're going to see us kind of work through our goals in real time. So yeah, absolutely, Zena. We got you, boo. That's what we're doing today. So we're going to walk through it. But I just want everybody to take a second and just shout out what your goal is for this year, the one that we're going to work through today. And while we're doing that, you all feel free in the comments if you want to share a goal that you're thinking about, the one that you maybe want to work through with us. Because listen, this is like class today, okay? This is an interactive class. So what we're doing on screen, I want you all to do it on your own paper or poster or notepad in your phone, laptop, whatever you're doing it on, not just in your head, because we got to get it out of our head and onto something else. We got to write the vision, right? So you guys can put in the comments what your goal is as well. So whoever wants to go first, what is your goal for 2024, the one you want to work on today? Well, I'll start. Let me start. So my goal is, you all know, and if you guys have been following us for a minute, you know that I recently moved. And so I've been here for a couple of months now, but y'all, I still have boxes and boxes and boxes that are packed. And so my goal, I have a very specific goal, which we're going to go through the acronym in a second, but I have a specific goal to have all of these boxes unpacked and all of the things either put away or thrown away. Amen. Or given away, whatever. But out of the boxes by springtime. Okay, so that's my goal for that I'm going to be working through today. So y'all feel free to share what goals you're going to be working through. Whoever wants to just jump right in there. I see Sparkle looking like she's about to jump in there.
Okay, so I just gotta throw this real quick. If you think about a SMART and you take the art, we all are artwork from God. So think about everything is our art. So I know, it's my deep thinking, but think of the art of it and what the strategies to create this artwork you have to do to get to your SMART goal. But one of my goal, my goal is I will pay Extend Credit Union off. I am paying a Send Credit Union off. I will owe them $0.00. And I'm still gonna keep an account with them. But every time I see my name across from it, it's gonna say 0.00.
That's an amazing goal. That's a great goal, girl. All right, ladies. Anybody else want to share their goal?
I'll share mine. Mine is okay. So my goal is to have a luxury farm to table. So I'm looking at it to have it at least 8 months to a year, because I am in the agriculture and I know that food industry and vegetables is a primary that needs to be had for us to eat and live and sustain, for sustainability that comes along with the bee process. And so if I'm measuring like how much land I will need and where I needed to have it at, because I already have land, but I'm going to get, more land for this luxury farm to table. And then it's going to be determined if it's a need or a want. So we could grow certain vegetables, but if everybody are not eating those vegetables, then a luxury farm to table is not going to suffice. And so that's kind of like what I've been working at. And so we're just really like looking for the foundation of the land for that to be on. So yeah, luxury farm to table, and for everybody to come and eat off the land. That's it.
Oh, I love that, Dior. I love
Luxury
that.
farm to table.
That's so funny to take a field trip here.
That's the goal. Yep.
Ladies, anybody else?
I guess I go next. So for me, my health is the thing I'm focusing on this year. So I've been on diabetic medicine, I've been on high blood pressure medicine, and cholesterol. So my goal this year is to get my A1C down under 6 and to get off of the blood pressure medicine and get my cholesterol under control.
Yes.
Excellent.
My goal is to be able. I have many layers, let's just put it that way, and I have a lot of goals for myself. But my main goal is to educate people on health and wellness and reach as many people as I can to allow them to get the understanding of how important it is and how to achieve it and how to be successful and how it can be a lifestyle. So I'm working on that. It's a continual, prayer and meditating on it. I know we have a short period of time, so I will literally drop in the link what and how to achieve it in the comments. There's like 10 ways that you can achieve it and apply it to your life.
Excellent. So I see y'all are dropping in your, thank you ladies for sharing, and I see y'all are dropping your goals in the comments. So y'all can keep your comments going too. And for those of you that are just joining us today, we are in real time working through our SMART goals for the year. And so if you have a goal in mind, or if there's something you're thinking about doing, today is a good day to kind of get it out of your head and onto some type of paper and work through how you're going to achieve it. Because a lot of times, as we said last week, we can have the vision, but if we don't have the goal and then put the plan in place to achieve that goal, it just stays a vision. So what we want to do, and that's how you get to the end of the year. And it's like, man, I didn't lose those 30 pounds I said I was going to lose. Or man, I didn't save the $5,000 I said I was going to save because you said you wanted to do it, on January 1st, but then you didn't put a plan in place to actually make it happen. And so that's what we're doing today, because we really want you all to live well in 2024. We want you all to win in 2024. So that's kind of what these Tuesdays are about, helping you win by way of vision. And that's what this show is about, helping you win by way of life. So we spend our mornings empowering you. And so today we're doing that by working through the SMART goals. So if somebody can put up for me the SMART goals again, Ilyasa was so gracious to drop them in the comments, that we can use that as kind of like our little little PowerPoint look here. Thank you. Thank you, Ilyasa. So SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they are achievable or attainable, they're realistic or relevant, and then they are timely. So that means you have to put a time. So if I'm going to quickly walk you through each of these, and then we're going to use that to apply to our own goals. So ladies, I hope y'all paying attention, because by the end of this, we're all going to have SMART goals set up for the goals that each of us said we wanted to do for this year. So specific means it's not all over the place. You have a specific goal, because a lot of times we can have a wide vision. The vision could be I want to lose weight. So that's kind of specific, because it's specific to weight, but how much weight you want to lose, because if you lose a pound, did you achieve your goal? You know what I mean? So you want to be specific. I want to lose 5 pounds a month. I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. You have to be specific with your goal. What exactly do I want to do? You have to pinpoint it, get it down to as small as it can be, because we want to do it in bite-sized pieces. Sometimes when we try to eat the elephant all at once, it overwhelms us. So we want to break the elephant down piece by piece, toe by toe, leg by leg. And it still might seem like, oh man, that's too big, but it's big, it's smaller than the whole elephant. So specific simply means breaking it down to the smallest point that you can. So for me, my goal is to, like I said, clear out the boxes. I could say I want to unpack all the boxes, but or I could say I want my house to be completely unpacked. What does that mean exactly? I know that means that I have boxes of dishes that I need to take out of the boxes and put them in the kitchen. I have boxes of shoes that need to come out of the box and go into the closet. So boxes, being specific to say I want to unpack all of the boxes. So does everyone understand specific? If you understand specific, put specific in the comments so that we know y'all are good with specific, and we can move on to the next one. And thank y'all. I see y'all are still putting your comments, your goals into the comments for the year. So keep them coming. I want your wheels turning while we're doing this. So the next one is measurable. The M stands for measurable. And if you're just joining us, we're going through SMART goals. So we did the S, which is specific. The M is for measurable. That means that it's something I can observe and watch for over time. I can measure it. I can make sure I'm checking it off of the list. So again, back to the weight thing. If your goal is I want to lose weight, how can you measure that? You can measure that by maybe you're measuring inches, maybe you're looking at pounds, maybe you're gauging it based off of the energy that you now have. So you want to be able to measure your goal. If your goal is to, I want to be able to run a marathon by the end of the year. How can you measure that? If you don't run anywhere now, a good way to measure that would be, I'm going to start jogging for 20 minutes every morning. Mm-hmm. And so when you have achieved that over time, now that's something that's measurable, because, okay, for 2 months, I ran for 20 minutes, and now I'm going to up that to 30 minutes. And now I'm going to run 2 miles, and now I'm going to run 5 miles. So you have to make it measurable, something that you can over time, measure out and kind of use it as check marks. All right. So if you understand measurable, put measurable in the comments. We're going to keep going, and then we're going to walk back through our goals. And so since I'm kind of doing this, I'll use mine as an example. So for me, measurable would be if I have boxes in each room. Let's say the boxes in the living room. Once there are no boxes in the living room, I can measure that. I have unpacked all the boxes in the living room. Once there are no more boxes in the kitchen, okay, now I can measure that. I've unpacked all the boxes in the kitchen, and I'm working my way through each room in the house. So measurable is something you can visually see, okay, this is happening. This is helping me to attain my goal. Speaking of attain, that's the A in SMART. It's attainable. it's achievable. It's something you can actually physically do. I tell my students, if you cannot physically do this, it should not be a goal. So for instance, if you say, I want to, I don't know. Okay. So, I do it with my students in a funny way. Your goal can't really be I want to visit the moon in 2024. That's not attainable. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to make it. Now, we might want to do that, but that's not something you can actually do. So you want to make your goals. And that's where we lose ourselves sometimes, because we come up with a goal that we can't really do physically. And so we end up, and then we kind of feel defeated. It's like, man, I didn't do it, but you never could do it. So that's not really something you want to put as a goal. You want to make sure it's something you can actually achieve. For instance, if your goal is, I want to save $5,000 a month, but you only make $3,000 a month. Saving $5,000 a month is not an attainable goal. So you see how that works? Maybe saving $50 a month is attainable. So you have to figure out where you are and what you can actually do to make it attainable and achievable. All right, y'all, because our time is coming here. So if you understand attainable and achievable, put them in the comments, and we're going to move on. The next one is realistic. So that kind of goes with the A, but realistic means that it's realistic and it's relevant, something that's relevant to you. So for instance, for me, I would probably never set a goal of, I want to go on a bike ride through the Appalachian Mountains, because I will never want to do that. That's not something that's realistic or relevant to me. So if I don't achieve that goal, I can't feel defeated about it, because that's not something that's really relevant to me. So for someone who is already very healthy, very fit, you might not have a goal of losing pounds, losing like actual pounds. Your goal might now be to tone, or to start lifting weights, or to do whatever. So you have to make a goal that's relevant to you. It makes sense for you. And so if you understand relevant, put relevant in the comments. Hey, y'all, thank you for joining us. We're talking about SMART goals today. Relevant and realistic. And the last one is timely. This is probably, to me, well, I'm going to say specific and timely are probably the most important to me in this SMART goals kind of lineup here. Because if you don't put a time on it, how will you know if you've achieved it? If all I say is, I want to unpack the boxes, and 3 years from now they're not unpacked, I mean, I haven't achieved my goal, but I can still say I'm still working on my goal. So you want to put a time on it. That's what makes it, that's what kind of puts the fire under you. So for me, I know that by springtime, so for me, that's a goal of the end of March 31st. I want to have this entire house unpacked, and I want to have all my things where they're supposed to be. Now that's realistic, because I know I don't have the time to do it in a week. It could probably get done in a week, but I don't have the time to do that. So that's what makes it realistic for me, to set an attainable goal, something I can actually achieve over a certain period of time. But the time is important, because if you don't put the time on it, you won't know if you've achieved it. So like all of these ladies said, by the end of the year, or in the next few months, or so you want to put a time stamp on it. What is your goal, and when do you want to have this goal accomplished by? If you want to write a book, you can say, I want to have my book written and finished by June 30th. That's a timely goal. Or I want to have my book completed by the end of this year. That's a timely goal. It gives you a way to now measure what you want to do, and you can have check marks along the way. That's attainable and it's realistic. So I hope that as we've walked through these, you guys kind of understand what SMART goals are, for those of you that were asking. And so now, with the couple of minutes we have left, one of y'all can kind of shout out like how you're going to achieve the specific part of your goal, how you're going to do the measurable part, so they can kind of get an example. I use mine with the boxes, but now y'all can kind of chime in and just share how you're going to apply the SMART goals to your specific goals.
Well, mine is to pay something off. So I know the amount that I'm working with. So knowing the amount, I have to have this achieved by May. In order to have that achieved by May, then I have to set up amounts that I must commit to paying, pay that commitment. And what's left over, I'm even committed to, like, if I have $50 extra, then that $50 extra don't go on my pair of shoes. It goes on that bill so that I can obtain this goal by May, because this goal is attached to another goal. In order to get to the next level, I have to obtain this goal.
That's good. And I just want to chime in right here because somebody said they need a part two. I think I agree, especially because we got 4 minutes left in this show. So I think that part two can really be us working through, you guys. And if you didn't hear our goals, we can go back over them next week. But we all, at the beginning of the show, shared a specific goal that we all want to achieve this year, or in 2024 or within 2024 rather. And so that might be the part two where you guys can kind of see us work through that. But I love what Sparkle said, because it's a very specific goal. It's now measurable, because she said, I'm going to pay off a certain amount every time I get paid, or every month, or whatever. And so now that's measurable, because she can kind of check off that the goal is being met. She's doing things to work towards achieving that goal. It's attainable. She said she already knows the amount, and she knows it's something that she can actually do within that certain time frame. Is realistic. She already said how she's going to do it. She's going to take the money that she would spend on something else and put it towards that. So that makes it realistic. And she put a time on it. She said by May. That means that she knows she has 4 months to accomplish this goal. So that was like the perfect example, Sparkle. Thank you. So I think we have time for one more person to share, walk through the SMART goals with their goal, and then maybe we could do everybody else as a part two next week.
I'll do it. Okay. So again, my goal was to do a luxury farm to table. Of course, 8 months to a year, but of course, in agriculture, there's a whole different beast out there. Okay. But I measure how much land I'm going to need to do the vegetables, to also add more bees on the property, because again, the luxury farm to table is not just for you to come and eat the food, it's also for you to learn about agriculture and sustainability. Mm-hmm. And so because I'm in schools and we get them STEM and STEAM certified and talk about agriculture programs, this is a housing place where everybody can come here versus less like us doing Zoom. Like we did a Zoom with a beekeeper in Africa. And so we were teaching the kids how they do it there and how we do it here and how it's differently. But now it's time to take a deeper dive and for us to eat off our land in order for us to be healthy. So I'm kind of like on this trail of talking about no more chemicals or pesticides for our food. So that's kind of like how we getting ready to go on this measuring the land and the process of that. Okay, we only got a few more minutes. That's it. That's all I got. We'll continue next week.
I love it. I love it. So y'all, we're definitely gonna do a part two next week, because I think this is really important. And I see that people in the comments are chiming in with your goals. And now I see your wheels turning about how you can achieve your goals. And that was the point of today's show. So I hope that it helps you a lot. And like I said, we'll continue next week and we'll still go through them. So you all can see in real time how to take the goals, the vision that you have in your mind for yourself for this year, turn it into a goal, and then put the plan together by creating SMART goals, things that you can actually achieve in 2024. So by the end of the year, you can say, man, I won with this, I won with that, I did this, I did that, and you can celebrate your wins all year long. With that said, we're getting ready to end the show, y'all. So if all hearts and minds are clear, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for giving us the wisdom to do the things you've called us to do and to be who you've called us to be. So we pray that you would continue to give us that wisdom, continue to give us the insight and the creativity to get it all done. We love you. We bless you. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all don't forget, Reverend Pat is coming right behind us. So make sure y'all tune in. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Empowerment Morning Show with the Queens of Empowerment. Woo!
Yes.
Y'all have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
This year will be my year. This year will be my year. I claim it. I really believe it in my heart. This year will be my year. I claim it, yeah. I claim it, 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 yeah, yeah. I claim it, 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 yeah, yeah. I claim it, I claim it.